Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Ricky Gervais. Best arguments against religion. I believe in Christianity, but religion, religion has caused so many problems in this world. It's absolutely insane. I believe in God. I believe that there's a big guy up there looking down on us. I don't necessarily believe everything about Christianity. If that makes sense, or am I contradicting myself? Like, I don't believe everything in the Bible. I believe it contradicts. It has contradictory things in there. Just as I feel like all religions are gonna have contradictory things. That's a part of the religion. But overall, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe big guys up there watching out for your boy. But we're gonna hear Ricky Gervais' best arguments against religion. I'm not afraid to listen to arguments against religion. Because it's like, some of them, I'll be like, God, you're making sense. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. What we got, Ricky?
Why don't you believe in God? Well, that's a very strange question. Why don't you believe in God? Well, you came up with it. Why would I? Religion's greatest trick wasn't convincing some people that there was a God who was all-powerful. It was convincing everyone else that you couldn't ridicule that idea.
God dang, that's a powerful statement. It wasn't convincing people that there's a God who's all-powerful. It was convincing everyone else that you can't ridicule the idea.
We're all born atheists, you know, and then that gets changed or enhanced. I mean, there shouldn't even be a word for atheism. It shouldn't exist. Shouldn't need it.
I will say one thing I do agree with, and don't get me wrong, it's in general, there's exceptions to the rule. There's plenty of exceptions out there. But, I mean, I feel like most people would agree with me. Most of the time, your religion is based off of your environment. It's based off where you're born. It's based off of what your parents believe, what your family believes. And most of the time, that's how you get your religion. Like, Buddhism, if you're born... God, is it China that believes in Buddhism? I'm not sure. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. You're more likely to believe whatever religion surrounds that environment that you're in. Is there people who may be born somewhere and believe something else that's more popular elsewhere? 100%. 100%. Just because you're born in an environment doesn't mean you have to believe anything. But yes, I believe that's why I struggle with, because there's so many religions. There's so many different things that people believe in. That's why I'm like, how can one be right and everybody else be wrong? Like, and if one is right and everybody else is wrong, do they all go to hell for being wrong? Because that's the environment that they were born into, that everyone else believe that. It's very tough. That's very tough. So I do believe there's a God. I do believe there's a big guy up there. Which God, from which religion? I believe there's a God up there, though. I do believe in Jesus Christ. So I would associate myself with believing in Christianity. But I also don't believe everything that's written down in the Bible. So take that how you want. I don't know how else to explain that. But I understand where Ricky's coming from.
There's not a word for not believing in fairies. You know? And if people didn't keep inventing these weird, impossible deities, we wouldn't have to go around denying them. The human brain, when it's young, is a sponge. It has to be. It has to take in all the information. It has to trust its parents, its elders, to survive.
Facts.
Without question, don't touch the fire. Why not? Don't go near the wolf.
Yeah.
Don't touch that spider with a red dot. Don't touch that. Why not? Just don't. There is a God. What? There is a God. And if you're bad, you go to hell. Okay? And if that's constantly confirmed, like all the other things, wolves eat you, black widows kill you, fires burn you, if it's given that same level of credence and truth, you're never going to get over it. It's going to be a lot harder to undo that. I think the myths came up, maybe, often as a stopgap to knowledge until we find out more. The Earth is flat, and no, we've proved now. Okay, the Earth's not flat. We were wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not personal. You don't take that personally. It doesn't affect you.
No.
It doesn't affect your afterlife.
Facts. Facts.
And so they often want to hold on to that, right? But only because of the way they've been conditioned. We know it's fun to tell children there's a Santa Claus, and there's fairies at the bottom of the garden, and all these cute things. It's cute till they're 7 or 8. If they're 34, it's a bit embarrassing socially. This is my son. What's he doing? He's looking for fairies. Is he? Okay, we better leave.
I understand what Ricky's saying, but I also, know what I'm saying? Like, why? It shouldn't be an issue for people to believe in what they believe. Like, that shouldn't be an issue to people, but it also shouldn't be an issue for people to not believe in something just because everybody else believes it. Or people shouldn't be killed for believing one way or another. Like, that's what I hate. That's what I can't stand. And that's evil in humanity, dog. Like, absolutely hate it. But yes, you can have your beliefs or not have any beliefs. Either way, it's just, we have such a short life here on this earth. It's like time passes by. There's a blip. And so many, you want to believe that there's life after death. That there's more that's going to happen. Because nobody, well, some people do, but a lot, I wouldn't want to choose to believe that after I die, it's just nothingness. I'm like gone. Like, my soul, everything, my story's over. And I'm not moving on to anything else. I'm not moving on to anything bigger. Like, I don't know. That, for me, that kind of sucks. But for other people, I can see where they're like, well, like, why would I believe in something and let that belief hold me back from maybe doing what I want with the life that I do have? Like I said, we do only have a short life. So I feel like people want to live their life exactly on their terms without being judged, without all of that, without having to worry about going to hell, without all of that. So I completely understand. I feel like believing and not believing, and I choose to believe. If you choose to not believe, though, like, I have no judgments against that. I'm not gonna argue and try to make you a believer. I'm not. That's just like, you do what makes you happy, what pleases you. J. Cole said, "What you eat don't make me poop." Basically, he said ish, but that's facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you do in your life doesn't affect me. So I'm cool with everybody and their whatever lifestyle choices you choose to live by. That's on you. But yeah, keep going, Ricky. My bad.
You're born in India, you're probably a Hindu. If you're born in America, you're probably a Christian. If you're born in Pakistan, you're probably a Muslim. That's a coincidence, isn't it? That you're always born into the right God. Always. Isn't that lucky?
Exactly what I was saying earlier. Keep going, Ricky.
I was born into the right God. All those others are going to hell. But I was born into the right religion. I'm going to heaven.
I don't like that at all.
It's strange that we hold on to these sort of medieval beliefs. You know, where did the universe come from? God made it. Which doesn't solve the problem for me. Because we straight away say, well, who made God? And if they say, well, he's always been around, well, let's just say the universe has then. Let's just cut out the middleman. Dogma is the dangerous bit, and it doesn't just exist in religion. It exists in more and more places now. That cultism, that which shouldn't be questioned. Anything that, that's what you want to question. If someone says you shouldn't question this, you've got to question it. You've got to question it. it should be irrelevant, but it isn't, because it does infringe on people's liberties. Certainly religion, not spirituality. You know, someone believing in God, that's fine.
Harmless.
Absolutely, doesn't bother me at all. Religion isn't harmless.
Now, he basically said everything that I had said, dog. He basically said everything that I said already, dog.
It's when your God starts telling you that you should kill homosexuals, and
Exactly.
that's when it's not harmless anymore.
That's exactly how I feel. That's why I say I believe in God. There's a big guy up there. There's a creator. I believe in a creator, for sure, 100%. Don't believe everything that's in the Bible. There's contradictions. I don't think a creator could do that. You feel to do some of the things that are in there, and so I don't know. I wish I could explain it to you, but I can't. I can just say that I know what I believe, but I also understand people who don't believe. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand their reasonings for not believing. And I'm like Ricky. I believe in God, know what I'm saying? But religion is harmful. Religion, like people, as probably the number one killer in mankind, is religion. And that's crazy. Because what God would want to, know what I'm saying? Their religion to kill that many people. I don't believe an all-powerful creator that loves us would do that.
Most religious people aren't crazy. It's something else. Again, it's something, we worry about the people who believe the bad bits in their holy book as well as the good bits. Most nice people who believe in God, they can tell the difference. They know the nice, they cherry pick and they know the nice bits from the bad bits. They don't do the bad bits. And my point is, if you know the bad bits from the good bits, you don't need the holy book. You know, you're already a moral person. I think it's very important you challenge your own beliefs. I mean that's what science does, really. It doesn't constantly try and prove itself right. It follows the evidence, whatever that is.
I 100% agree with what he said. You 100% challenge your own beliefs. 100% understand why you believe what you believe, not just because someone told you to believe it, not because everyone around you believes it, not, you know what I'm saying? You should 100% understand why you do or why you don't believe in certain things.
The fact it tries to prove itself wrong, it doesn't sulk. When science thinks something and then it discovers it was wrong, it doesn't sulk because it found that out too. It's the question I often get, that people say, well, you're an atheist, you're closed-minded. Well, no, I'm not. That's a strange thing to say. I think the opposite is true. I'm going to always follow the evidence, whatever that is. And they say things like, if someone proved to you God existed, would you believe? Well, of course I would, by definition. In fact, it would be the greatest scientific discovery of all time. Scientists would celebrate. They'd run round. At the moment, we have no evidence for the existence of any God or anything supernatural. Never have. Possibly never will. But who knows? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. When someone puts forward a jar of God, we'll test it for its godliness. And if we find there's anything godly in it, we'll write it down. If you throw a load of coins on the floor, no one arrangement is more amazing than another. And it's sort of like they work backwards. Because this is what happened, this is what we think is perfection. We try and... We can't get around the fact that it's crazy, we've got two eyes. That's exactly where I put them. These are brilliant. This is exactly, if I was making a person, I'd make it just like me. And it's hard not to think there was a will to it, but there wasn't.
You know the Mark Twain quote about, it's so great that I have ears here to hold up these things. We have glasses, and these ears are just perfect for that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And another Mark Twain.
What's particularly good about that? It's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Because he's being sarcastic about evolution and
Right.
But in a strange way, people should take the analogy of the glasses, because we know those glasses were made for ears. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's strange. We know that we did that, and no one would ever go, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
I just found these weird glasses on the floor, and they fit my ears. And that's what people can't get around, because they want to do that with everything. They want to do that with, Yeah. But wasn't it great when he made bees like pollen? That was a masterstroke. I'd have just had flowers and bees. He went, no, I'm going to make them need each other. Brilliant.
You are a pathological atheist, and therefore the thought of death is very final for you. For me, it's the start of something new and glorious. For you, that's it.
For me, it's the end of something glorious. So I have to pack it all in. But, I'm not depressed about it. I don't want to die any more than anyone else. And I think there's this strange myth that atheists have nothing to live for. It's the opposite. We have nothing to die for.
You have more to live for.
We have everything to live for.
Yes.
I think it's precious.
Yes.
I think it's beautiful. I think the world is amazing. I love people, animals, art.
He's saying what I said earlier. He's saying exactly what I said earlier, dog. I'm telling you. I'll be on the same wavelength as Rick.
Every hobby, I can't believe my luck that I'm alive for these 70 or 80 years. Might be less. Wait, I'm not long for this world. My nan used to say that. She lived till 83. I think it was 40 years ago going, I'm not long for this world.
What are you said the things you like. What are the things that really annoy you?
Only two things really, really make my blood boil, I suppose. I suppose in general, as I get older, injustice. Injustice quietly makes my blood boil. Either personal, social, political, personal. I suppose the two main categories are religious intolerance, this arrogance that you think, arguing over whose God is right, it sort of gets me down a little bit, and I've got no problem with spirituality. I really haven't. That's another myth. And I always try and make the difference clear between spirituality and religion. One is a very personal feeling, a journey, a hope, or whatever, a need, a joy. And the other is an organised body that uses that for power and corruption in many cases. And I don't have either, but I suppose I think that when it affects me, that's when I have a say in it. And religion affects me. Religion's very real.
So we don't need God to be good.
We don't need God to be good, and even if we did, we haven't got him.
Quite right.
So there's no
We
point.
haven't got him.
Yeah. I didn't choose to live, but I love it.
Yeah, like I said, I completely understand where Ricky was coming from in this video, and I don't feel any type of way about him for saying the things that he did. Me, like I said, I choose to believe. I choose to believe in a creator. I choose to believe in a God. There's a big guy up there watching out for you, boy. But once again, if you don't believe, I have no issues with that. If you believe in a different religion or a different God, I have no issues with that. I like Ricky said, I just hate that religion. There's a body of people that use that. And I'm not saying all people who believe in religion, but I'm saying it's number one killer in mankind. People kill in the name of so many different religions, and that's what I do hate when it brings evil and violence and all this upon the world. And I know that's mankind, and we can blame whatever we want to blame for that, but that's one of the main reasons people use for killing, for genocide, for all of these different things, and that's absolutely sickening. But the creator I choose to believe in, the God I choose to believe in, is not that. Is not one who would want his name to be used for genocide is not one who would want violence to be spread. He's much greater than that. But that's just what I believe. Like I said, y'all believe what y'all believe, and if you disagree with me, perfectly fine with that. You have your reasoning for what you believe, and I completely understand. I wouldn't argue with anyone about their beliefs. It's all cool with me. But I'm going to choose to believe in what I want to believe in as well. That's all we got. Make sure you subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. It's your boy D-Neil. Out.